Okay, right now we're going Footy Fanatics, Great Southern Football League, and we coming in, and I'm very lucky today to have Terry Corcoran, the president of the Great Southern Football League, here with us. And Terry, you have got to be getting excited. Your competitive juices must be running overtime at the moment.
I can't go to sleep, mate. I'm that far away.
I bet. And look, it's also a big time for all the leagues. We've got presentations going to be happening non-stop, but most importantly, on everyone's lips, there's 3 games to go. And the door is wide open to see who's going to get in, who's not going to get in. And we've got 3 magnificent rounds to finish off the season. But round 16 this week looks an absolute beauty. Before we start that, let's talk about the GSFLW, because we had a big gala night last week where the GSFLW awards were presented. And we've got to say congratulations to Amy Vic Kunis and Tiff Copley from Mount Compass and McLaren respectively, who won the Open Women. Must have been a great night, mate.
Yeah, fantastic night, and the vote was very close, obviously, because they drew on 14 points each. But I think the runner-up was only one point or one vote behind them, so it was very close. Actually, both counts in the under-17s and the A-grade women's were both close.
Oh, that's terrific. A really good night. Congratulations to those ladies, and also the Flurio Sun Coaches Award. Flurio Sun is obviously the new community paper in town, which is really covering sport at another level at the moment, and I'm very proud to be part of it. Well, they presented their coaches medal and most valuable, and that was won by Tess Huxtable. So congratulations to Tess.
Yeah, Tess was a winner by about 1 vote, I think, from memory.
Oh, another close one.
Yeah, very close right through the awards, and I'm sure Leighton Huxtable would have been a very proud grandpa.
Good old Leighton. It's a wonder he didn't ring me and start swinging from the chandeliers.
He texted me.
I bet he did. And also, can I just say congratulate Bella Rigby from Willunga, who won the under-17 medal. So congratulations to Bella.
Pocket rocket.
Yeah. So actually, while we're on the women, Terry, let's talk about their finals, because they're right actually in the heat of the finals. They have a preliminary final weekend this weekend. It's down to 3 teams, and it's all the roads lead to Goolwa. And there's going to be some cracking games there on Sunday at 12:25 is the under-17 preliminary final between Strathalbyn and McLaren. And at 1:30 we've got the Open Women, and that's between Goolwa, Port Elliot and McLaren. So that's going to be 2 cracking games we've got there. And of course, whoever wins have got to go up against that powerhouse of a unit, and that's Willunga, who have won their way straight through in the 17s and the Open Women.
Yeah, but it's not over until the end of the year, as you know, and I think there's always an opportunity. I know McLaren are quite confident they'll be very competitive this weekend. Goolwa are also the same stage. They know that they've been beaten by McLaren twice, but only by marginal scores both occasions, and I think they're very G'd up, so it could be a cracker of a game.
Yeah, and we know that our special guest a few weeks ago, Rachel Sell, is one that's going to play out of her skin in this preliminary final to get into a grand final. So, look, it's going to be a good game and a great round of footy. And we congratulate the women on having their presentation night to start with. And I congratulate the Great Southern Football League, Megan Sherry in particular, the way she's grabbed a big handle on this, and just the way we're giving prominence to the women in our competition and in our region. I think it's so important, and we wish them to have a fantastic preliminary final this Sunday at Goolwa Oval.
And I'd like to shout out, while we're talking about Goolwa, the Goolwa Port Adelaide Football Club catered for the night and was fantastic in their new venue, which was very well attended.
Well done, Ryan. You're doing a lot of things right over there at Magpie Land. That's good. Okay, let's get to round 16. We've got some beauties. Straight away you can look at Willunga are playing in Encounter Bay, and Encounter Bay have really got their whips going at the moment. They're starting to really power along. Jake Tarker's getting amongst the goals. Ben Davis has certainly turned the club around. Tyson Davis-Neal just loves September action. So, look, the Bays are going, but heavens, has Willunga gone another gear? Yeah, this is your old club, Terry.
A long time ago, but yeah, it was, yeah. But they've started to get a few players back from. They've had an injury-clattered season, like a lot of the clubs have, with COVID as well as injuries. But they're getting a few back now, and I think they're becoming a powerhouse as they were last year. And but they're still, again, all the other sides are working very hard to get into that final 5, which is not closed off yet.
No, it's not closed off yet, and we'll get to that in a minute, because, Willunga, how you like Sam Rennie? Like, he's had his injury issues this year, and he's now starting to really get going, and he's got some toe. He can play high, he can play tall for his size. Do not take him for granted, and he can run around you. Tyson Hoffman, and of course Juckers, who Willunga picked up earlier in the season. He's certainly been good, and Tregenza and also Irvine has been a wonderful defender for Willunga as well. So this is going to be a very good game. Callum Tonkin will give aerial supremacy. I would think he is the best ruckman in the league, but I think Wollonga at home should be too strong.
Yeah, I'd have to say that, but you never know. You never know.
Righto, well, let's go to another game, and that's Victor Harbour and McLaren. Now, let's talk about how the doors got open. I know Victor are 2 games clear. There's 3 to play, but Langhorne Creek and Strathalbyn cannot be written out of it just yet.
No way.
And mainly because Victor Harbour opened the door for everyone to have a crack at them by losing to Mount Compass.
Yeah.
I did say last week that Mount Compass are a damn good side, and they were going to shake the 5 in some way. And they certainly rolled Victor by 4 points last week, and it's a loss that's Victor might rue. Because they've got to play McLaren, Waiponga, Sellex and Wollonga to finish off the season, 3 teams above them.
They must win at least one of those games to start with, and I'd say that 2 would make them settled into the side. But losing last week has cost them, and it's opened up the door.
It certainly has. Reece Bartram's going very well for Victor. Sam Basham's just an excellent target.
Birthday boy today too.
Sam Basham? Oh, he's 22.
I ran the wrong way.
Yeah, I ran the wrong way. Okay, very funny. Zach Dowling is playing good footy too. It doesn't matter where he plays, whether it's half-back, wing, in the middle, half-forward. He does a great job. And Jesse McKinnon and Lockie Barillo, certainly in good form. But Brad Yeomans as well. But McLaren, they've got players. And Grimley's back this week, James Grimley. Yeah, so Mutton's kicking goals now. So Mutton's finally been eased into it on a very good program there by Gianni. And he's going all right. They've got Ellison, they've got Merritt. They've just got so much power around the place, and it's going to be very hard. And Brett Ellison, Ma in the middle. They've just got so much. I can't see Victor Harbour beating McLaren.
Well, you never know. It's a pressure game for McLaren because they're currently undefeated, and that always puts a bit more extra load of pressure on teams. And I think Victor Harbour have got an opportunity on their home deck.
Yeah, yes, they have got that opportunity on their home deck, and I have gone on the record to say McLaren will lose one.
Yes, you have.
So if they can bounce back after, because that Mount Compass was a total aberration. Victor hadn't, they've been in terrific form for the last month.
Yeah.
But like I said about Daniel Maher's gone well, Harms, Hopkins, Laurie. McLaren just got stars in every line. I just can't see him dropping it.
Yeah, I have to say McLaren.
Okay, the other big game, and this is the team we're talking about. They're certainly shaking up the final 5, and that's Mount Compass. They're playing Strathalbyn at home, and they love playing at the kennel. And the Roosters do not want to take their B game.
No.
Not this week.
No.
So the Dogs, Tommy Vic-Kunis is certainly a great leader, but where they've turned it around, Adam Hunter, their true leader and their spiritual boss, he's come back, and he's certainly making sure the team is level-headed on the ground and playing good footy. And Tom Pinion, Ziggy Vic-Kunis, Braden McKenzie, they've just got good players around the place that are starting to play at their best.
Yeah, they're probably the players there doesn't benign the position they're in this year. So I think they're wanting to shape the 5 this year and finish off the season on a win. So it could be a very good game.
It will be a good game. Wheatman, Dix, Hand, Compass have got, they've got. It just seems like they're getting a few back, and they're more even right across the ground. And it's too bad they didn't have this sort of form earlier in the season. So, but the Roosters, they want to make sure they're on it. They can't rely on Riley Clamp to kick all their goals. And they're relying on Ozzie McFarlane, Mark Tucker. It's the same old fellas, the same foot soldiers that are doing the work at the moment. And they really need to find a bit more. Ben Simmons hopefully will be back for Strath.
Yeah,
they need him down
him
forward.
last week.
They certainly did. Certainly made a big difference. But
Clampy does a lot back there and forward. He brings it forward, and I think when he's playing, they're a better side by far.
Yeah, and Tom Redden's been very good for Strathalbyn across the half-back line. Godfrey goes well at half-forward. So, look, Strath have got just too much talent, and I can't see them dropping it. And, the way things fall, I reckon they can move within one game of Victor Harbour this week.
I agree.
Okay, the other games we've got Langhorne Creek are playing Yankalilla. Langhorne Creek is certainly another side that's coming home with a wet sail. They challenged McLaren for quite a bit last week, but McLaren just decide they are just powered away. But Langhorne Creek, they know there's 3 games to go, and they're playing against Yankalilla. They will win, and that will move them closer to the final 5. And once they get a bit of a sniff, it's the closest they've been all year.
I'm actually going to that game, and I'll be interested to see how well they do go.
Yeah, like Arbin, Hellier, as these names, Scotty Tonkin, Mitch Cleggett has got great hands, Keynes and Ruck. These are all the footballers that are really standing up for the Hawks at the moment. And for the Tigers, a really good win last week. And I could not speak highly enough of Joel Kay.
Yeah.
He's busted up and he had a really serious injury there, a facial injury, and he goes out there and kicks 4 goals And
5 actually.
5. Oh, okay. 4 by.
And missed 6, I reckon.
Right. Okay. Well, I have 5 by.
I was told 5 by Joel.
Football HQ. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm not going to doubt that. Every footballer knows how many goals he kicks in a game. But whatever it is, it was a heroic effort and single-handedly lifted that side. And can I just say, the real warrior at Yankalilla that I really like, you got your Matty Wilsons and you got Adam Hunt and Jesse Fitzgerald. 3 really good guys that don't quit. But Langhorne Creek going to be too strong, and Langhorne Creek will win this at home.
There's too much on it for Langhorne Creek to drop it. Yeah.
Right, and let's go to the last game of the round. Goolwa Port Idiot versus my Ponga Sellicks. The Magpies had their chance to get their win last week, and
a bit disappointing.
Yeah, and I know Ryan would feel that way, but hopefully they'll get Daniel Fry back this week, and he gives them so much drive. He can support Carnley, and I like Hauser, Cooper. They've got some good young fellas getting a go. Cuthbert, he just doesn't stop. He's terrific, but it's just going to be, my Ponga Select side. They've had a couple of losses on the trot, and they're not going to drop this one.
No, there's too much on.
Yeah, they want to keep their double chance and just keep everyone at bay. And what a season they've had.
Fantastic season.
They have Cock, Whitford. It's been wonderful in ruck for them. Connor Sampson, Chalmers, Kelly, Ogilvie. Scotty's been a terrific footballer for them for a number of years. So my Ponga Selects, they're going towards finals and they'll have a good win on the weekend.
I would agree.
Well, that's our wrap of the finals. Sorry Griff's not here. He's in Darwin sunning himself, spending his time with his grandchildren. Lucky him. And it's good to see he's over the COVID. And, hopefully we'll see you at the footy. Get along Saturday, Sunday, plenty of action, and it's going to be great. And we're at the magnificent Strathalbyn Oval today, even though you wouldn't know it. We've got all the merchandising happening behind us where all the suppliers get together, and, it's how you're dressed.
For next year.
Yeah, and you like that, don't you? I see there's plenty of food up there for you too.
A little bit, yeah.
All right. Okay, we'll see you at the footy. And thank you for joining me, Terry.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. And we will see you at the footy because this is the Besant then. And also we'll see you at a lot of awards nights that are coming up, whether at netball or the footy.
Yep.
See ya.